is the temperature. And they say, well, in a gendered scope, this isn't really fair because we tend to wear dresses and men tend to, wear suits and this kind of thing, right? So we're always cold. And but the truth is that even if they were in the same attire that you were in, they could still regulate the temperature of their bodies better. Men are less prone to take damage just on the work site, right? Building things, crafting things are less likely to take damage because of their bone density. I do not think that you could juxtapose or in some way take women and then have them take over men's jobs collectively, even if you gave them the same knowledge that those men had and that they could actually physically accomplish those.
Why can't I use my big, smart woman brain to build a robot to do the physical work for me that I can't do? That's what I'm saying. As long as I have the tools, my brain can figure out any puzzle. I just need access to the tools. You're right. I can't lift hundreds of pounds. But I can build a robot that can lift hundreds of pounds because I'm smart enough to figure it out.
It's just
wait. What of all the lifting that occurs when it comes to like construction or infrastructure? What percentage of that is done by robots?
Well. So hang on.
I don't know. I don't build things. But if I chose to get interested, I'd learn.
Hang on a second. Let me get into this with you for just a second. You would agree that men right now don't like lifting heavy shit.
No, that's why we built. That's why wheels existed, because we learned that we can roll things on them. It's a tool.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Why aren't they building then big, massive robots to do all this heavy lifting for them for things like roofing and things?
Probably because it gives them job security.
They have cranes.
They would still have job security.
Would they have job security if women were building the robots and didn't need men?
It's a matter of possibility.
I mean, I haven't answered the question yet. I don't think that, I think the world needs men and women. Obviously, we can't reproduce without sperm. I want to have a baby and I need a sperm donor to do so. Like, I'm not saying that I want a world eradicated of men.
Okay, we're going to assume that you have enough sperm on ice to repopulate with women only for 200 years.
Then, yeah, I don't think we need men.
Then it wouldn't be.
If sperm was off the table, I think that I respect the fact that a lot of women love men and want them in their life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I just have one last follow up on this, and then I'll let it go.
Yeah.
What is a solenoid?
I don't know.
Hang on. A solenoid. What is a solenoid? What is a solenoid? What is a solenoid? Solenoid? What is a solenoid? Solenoid?
I've heard my boyfriend say this, but I don't know.
Okay. Inside of your car, there's a battery. What voltage is it?
12.
What?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Bro.
I'm sorry.
I don't know anyway.
Okay.
12. I don't know. I wouldn't have known anything.
So, last thing, right? Can you just tell me the steps of changing a tire?
Take off the lug nuts,
With
torque wrench,
a torque, okay.
take the lug nuts off, get the tire off, make sure your brake pads, everything is all good, put the tire back on, make sure you screw them all on.
What she said. I don't know. I haven't changed a tire.
She forgot that you need to.
Forget what she forgot. Just tell me what it is.
Okay, so you have to raise the car up on whatever side the tire's on, and then take the bolts off, take the tire off, put the new tire on, put the bolts back on, and then lower it down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I could watch it on YouTube and learn in 5 minutes if I didn't.
I've done it.
So yeah, I believe you. I trust you over. Yeah.
Hey, I've never pretended this whole time. I'd love for a guy to change my tire. In fact, I think they should know how.
Do you know how to change a tire?
I personally don't even have a car, so I wouldn't know. But I've seen it. Okay. Yeah. I'll read the owner's manual and do what it tells me to do, like I did when I had to do it.
Now, this
Guys, I'm betting $20. Anybody put it in the comments. If you've ever heard a woman describe what a real woman does. 5 things a real woman does. I've never heard of it.
Would you say a man who says a real woman is X, Y, and Z, do you think they only say that about women when it's only beneficial to a man?
No.
Okay.
No, it's real niggas out here. And
Okay.
It's real bitches out here.
Okay, that's interesting. Because when we often hear a real man is X, Y, and Z, it's usually something that only ever benefits a woman. It don't.
And that's
you know what I mean?
because
A real man will pay all my bills and shut
you
the
know
fuck
why
up.
that is?
A real man will do whatever the fuck I say.
You know
A
why
real
that is,
man,
right?
You know.
That's not a real ass woman. Because no woman, me personally, I'm sorry, and you guys, any dude I ever dealt with, I never sat there and depend on no man. Like, even when it comes to certain shit getting done for me, oh, let me do this, let me do that. Nah, I got this. But when I do need it, hold me down. But right now, I don't need it. I'm good. And if a female think like
That's
that,
what all
you only
women
fuck
say.
with a nigga because you want something out of him or because you see that he can provide for you. But when you're like, and this is when they come back into alpha female. When you're alpha female, not that you don't need a man, you feel me? Because everybody needs somebody. A man
Alpha female, in other words, I'm masculine as fuck. Oh my God.
secure shit, you feel me? Compared to females, they think off emotions. A man gonna think logically before a female would think logically.
I said that earlier.
Male or female, you gotta show up for yourself.
No, I
Like,
was
you have
trying to
show up
talk
for yourself.
before earlier, right? And that's what I'm saying when it comes to alpha females. So basically, you gotta show up before yourself before you could sit there and depend on anybody else. Because if a nigga sit there and depend on me, I don't even want to fuck with you. Cause I come with my own, just like she said, I come with my own shit. Like, just match my energy, match my vibe. And
You know
like,
what you
we'll
sound
be
like right
good.
now?
What?
You sound like an adult.
I mean, I just have a lot of experiences.
You shouldn't get no accolades for being an adult. You're an adult. Like
You shouldn't get no accolades.
because I hate
But
when
you
women
always
brag.
gotta show up
I hate
for
when women
yourself.
brag about being a responsible adult. Like you're just
yeah.
living in
Men do the same
society.
thing.
But we don't say I'm an independent
Yes,
nigga.
y'all do. Y'all be like, y'all don't know what I go through every day.
Look, listen,
That's
if I
different
do
from
what I
saying-
do,
that's
know
different
what
from-
it is to be
That's different
me.
from telling the world I'm a
know
strong,
what it is to
independent
be
man
me.
who don't need nobody. Like men don't go around talking.
I got my
like that.
degrees.
Yeah.
I got my house. I got my
No, we have
car.
to be an adult. At the end of the day, nobody's gonna pat us on the back for taking care of our own responsibilities as a functioning adult. Like
right?
that's it. Like
And
They usually say, as you should. You're a man, you should, as you should. That's why they usually scream.
and you're unrealistic. That's what you are because you're
I'm unrealistic.
yes, you're unrealistic because that's obviously from your opinion, and I see it like I dead see it all in your eyes. Like you really like, and it's fine, it's cool. Like we in an open
She can
space.
see it, nigga.
If you really like, if you've been through some shit with a female, that's fine. If you don't trust female, that's fine. But you also have to understand
That's not
this
what
is
it
everyone's
said.
opinion, right? So you had some fucked up experience, and not
Wait,
saying
why'd you come? Why'd you come to that conclusion? Because I said you're an adult.
no, because you said that women be like, oh, I don't need nobody, this, and that. And that's basically of females you came across, or obviously females that's been on your podcast. Not all females think like that. And that's why you feel away when I spoke on a female being an alpha female, because you have your own perspective of how.
There is no such thing as an alpha female. That's literally a masculine woman. Why does every woman who takes care of herself, pays her own bills, claim she's an alpha female? You're just a functioning adult. That's what you should be doing. Now, until you get married and you're lucky enough to get married and lucky enough to get married to a man who's willing to pay all your bills, until then, you're just a functioning adult. I hate when women call themselves alpha females. And she talks like an alpha masculine female, honestly.
You're used to females coming around you be.
I don't believe in
It's
alpha
okay.
females. Like
You
that,
know why?
that doesn't exist to me. Like
Why?
that's because that's a masculine woman.
It's not a masculine woman.
is.
It's a woman that stands
It
on her
is.
shit and that
That's an adult.
allow
Then that's an adult.
that allow her
adult.
What is
man
an alpha?
to be
An
here.
alpha is
Sure.
Is
an
your
alpha.
mom-
Come on, come
is
on.
your
My
mom
mom is
married?
married. My mom is
She's
married.
married?
Yes. She
Okay.
would never say she's an alpha female. She would never
What
say
is
she's a
an
masculine
alpha?
female.
Tell me what
She
an
wouldn't say
alpha
none of
is.
these terms that y'all use to describe yourselves as an adult.
Can we
An
look up
is
alpha?
a masculine energy. That's why y'all
No, it's not.
look for alpha men.
An alpha.
That's why I want to
is
date
the
alpha
leader.
men.
An alpha
Yeah, and
is
the leader,
of the
and
pack.
who's normally you want a man to lead you, right?
Okay, so
We
one
can
of
lead
you
come on.
together.
Do you want a man to
Exactly.
lead
See,
you?
I told you, we can lead together. I knew she was masculine from the jump. And, you know, she seems like a nice lady. For those of you like the red bone or the light skinned, right? But her energy, I mean, the tattoos I did give away, but her energy is just, I don't know, it's too much for me. I wouldn't. Some of you guys like this. So I guess I shouldn't talk too much shit. Because some of you guys, this is your favorite. You don't like the nice, soft-spoken, quiet, kind, easygoing women. Some of you like this. And I know some of you guys, I see you guys in the chat. Some of you guys like this type of woman.
Lead together.
Together. At the end of the day, if you're a man, and we could just say, just to throw it out there, you're an alpha man and I'm an alpha woman. Will we not just be compatible together?
No,
and we both
y'all gonna
running
bump heads.
shit?
Nah.
Bump heads.
Will we unite?
Because you don't know how to fucking stay in your place.
No, because alphas, they all disagree. Like, what?
Shit like
what?
that.
Oh my God.
She is
I see
out of
what
here.
I said.
You know why?
Yeah.
You know why?
You got the definition for you right here.
Please let
That's
me know.
a fact.
This is dictionary.com, by the way, okay? It says being the most dominant, powerful, and assertive person in a particular group. Sometimes disparaging, being or relating to a man who is perceived to be assertive,
This is what we do.
successful,
We deal
or
with facts,
sexually
not
dominant.
feelings over here. I promise you.
Okay,
Like, I'm saying,
relating to.
So
but
look.
If you had to be the head of your household, say you, like, I'm not saying this is my story because it's not, but say a woman, she has kids, and she's
was an
the
adult.
head of the household.
Like
she
you
wouldn't be
said.
the alpha female?
No, she's an adult. She's a woman.
No,
she's
she's
a,
you be the head of the household. Yes, technically by
But I feel like alpha and adult, y'all not making it like y'all being unrealistic. Like
That's very real.
Get out the closed mind era. When you have an open mindset and understand things from this perspective and that perspective, it makes things so much easier instead of taking everything personal.
But how many alpha relationships do you know that's successful?
Your place is not to say stay in your place like you're a child.
Or you got me fucked up.
Your place because if both of us are
if a man said that to you, how would you feel?
I'm gonna feel like, oh shit, let me just stay in my fucking place.
Okay,
You should.
Because you're not an
What are we
alpha.
talking about? No, it's not because I'm not an
That
alpha.
is because you're not
if
alpha.
I'm dealing with
Because the alpha's not taking that.
No, that's not a fact. You don't understand what it is to be an alpha.
No alpha man is gonna let you tell him to stay in his place. Because just unless you guys are going 50-50 on bills, then he might stay in his place. But if you're with a man in his own house, he pays the rent, he pays the bills, and you tell him to stay in his place, he's gonna kick you out. Now, if you're married, now that's a different game plan. Then you got the family court on your side. But she's saying when she tells a man to stay in his place, he should stay in his place. I probably should believe her because some guys, like I said, some guys like this kind of woman. You know, pretty face, slim. So some guys like that. So whatever she says, maybe that's her life experience that she has been telling men to stay in their place, and they already stay in their place. But I also wouldn't be surprised that she's single because it doesn't work long term. No man is gonna be willing to listen to a woman tell him to stay in his place for 5, 10, 15 years. Now, if she's paying the bills, okay. But if he has his own money, he's never going to take that shit long term.
Because you're not an adult yet.
No, and then to come in and like I said, to come in and then to have a man that overpowers you, because that's what most alpha
If
females
you can be
want.
overpowered, you are not a alpha.
No, but you can.
No, see,
you can be.
And
The thing is that's what these women want. They want when people when females are so dominant and everything like that, they want somebody that can dominate them.
Right, because y'all are not supposed to be alpha. Y'all are
not
supposed to be dominant. Somebody's supposed to come take that load off you. A alpha is supposed to come take that off of you.
Which that's fine, but guess what? We could take that load off each other by both being alphas. When we unite, we create bigger things when we unite. Yeah, no, you want to feel like you the man. Like, nah, I got this bitch under control.
But
this,
I
this,
am.
and that. How
No,
about look?
I want to feel like I'm leading my family. That's what a
And
man's
it's
supposed to
time.
do.
And it's
If we talk about the Bible, right? What they say, the man is supposed to lead the house, right?
Man is the head.
What the Bible say about alpha women?
The neck. You talking about hell now? What the Bible say? What the Bible say? What the Bible say? What the Bible say?
Straight to hell.
Who going straight to hell? Oh yeah, alpha women. Going straight to hell.
They're masculine.
Alpha women going straight to hell.
Yeah.
Not even
like I said,
remotely.
I think y'all can identify however y'all want. I'm just saying normally two alphas are going, even in the animal kingdom, two alphas are going to bump heads.
Identify as an alpha female. That's not
that's
something
fair.
that I say out
But-
of my mouth, but that's what we're talking about right
But
now.
that's understandable. And me you not being an alpha female, I'm not going to look at you at any less lesser of a woman. The thing is, women think if they're not an alpha female, then somehow in society we look at them as weak or docile and they can't do nothing. That's not what we're saying. All we're trying to say is two alphas. It don't matter if they're in a same-sex relationship, opposite-sex relationship. They're going to bump heads, and they normally don't make for long-term successful relationships. That's just how it works.
Right. But when they do,
it's not ego, just
it's a whole different. It's a greater storm.
That's why there's energies. That's why we got the feminine and the masculine energy.
Right.
The good and the bad. The yin and the yang. That's why.
I just feel like I compare myself to alpha female because I am the oldest out of 13 siblings. Like you feel me? My parents they had their own experience. You feel me? And I got mainly boys, so my brothers follow off my lead because I'm the oldest sibling. They're not used to following off anyone else's lead. They're not used to mom, dad doing this and that, or mom, dad doing this and that for them. I'm the person that my brothers come to, that they look up to, that lead, they follow. So if I fuck up, they all gonna fall because they're watching me, they're paying attention to me. I'm the one that's leading for them. You feel me? And it has nothing to do with gender. It's just the just being real and realistic. Like, so they're used to me doing my own shit. I didn't depend on no parents. No, I've been working since I've been 11. I'm 25 now. You feel me? I've been doing like shit by myself. So I compare myself to an alpha female because I get shit done. Even if I got
you have
struggle.
great leadership qualities.
Right, exactly. And I got people that look up to me, even people that I don't even know. Like I'm in college, it's people that come up to me like, yo, Sahara, like, we don't know what you're doing, but I want what you got and this and that. And I tell them, you don't want what I got. You want to.
She talks a good game, but it's all bullshit. I'm calling cap. You know why? Because all these women who call themselves alpha females, who call themselves independent, BS like that, boss ass bitches, at the end of the day, they all want a man to pay their bills. So until all women as a collective stop saying, I'm a boss, but I want a man to pay I want a real man to pay my bills. Until they all say that, then we will believe them. But just because she's talking a good game, I'm alpha female, I got my own, blah, blah. Yeah, you got your own because you got no man. Until you've been with a man for 10 years and both of you are going 50-50, then I can believe you that, you know what, you're alpha female, you pay your own bills, you got your shit. But all these women who scream alpha female, independent, boss, bitch, blah, 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 blase, they all want a man to pay their bills. And if you don't, they're going to call you gay. They're going to call you feminine. They're going to call you weak. They're going to say men these days want to be like women and things like that. So I don't believe anything she's saying.
Be better than me off the simple fact is you don't know what shoes I had to walk in. So when I say alpha, it's not me trying to be dominant or this and that. It's just me at a moment in life where I am the dominant person in my circle, in my family, and it's okay. And I do have men that come into my life and I'm able to be submissive to. Like, I'm able to listen to. But like I said, if you don't make me feel safe and secure, I can't follow your lead. I can follow directions. I will follow your lead. But if you don't make me, if you give me advice and you don't take your own advice, I can't follow you. I can't follow your lead.
But that right there shows that you wouldn't be the alpha in a relationship.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And that's why I said at this moment in my life, I am the alpha female in my circle.
Why do you have to be alpha? Why can't you just be a
and I feel like what
also, which man is gonna come in to try to be alpha with her or to lead her? The same way women don't want to meet a man and build him up. They want a man who's a finished product. In other words, you got your stable career, you have everything going on. Because women don't want to build with you when you're broke. No, they want you finished. They want you stable, like they call it, right? They don't want you making the money ahead of time. So why should a man also come in and try to dominate over your alpha energy? Why shouldn't he find you already submissive and feminine? Why should a man come in and have to deal with you being dominant? And then it's like on and off switch of femininity. In other words, let me make you feel something and then you can submit. Because the truth is, relationships are not straight lines. If I make her feel good today, she's gonna submit. What if tomorrow I don't make her feel the same way? Then she won't submit. You see what I mean? It's like all conditional.
I feel like you're taking the word too offensive.
We're not taking it.
Like,
using a definition that you
the definition, y'all want to change it up.
Like, how would you describe?
That's like dominant. Me saying I'm dominant, you're dominant.
Adult woman.
Mm-hmm.
He would call you.
It's the same shit. I feel like adult woman is like,
So what's an adult man?
Adult men?
Yeah, what's the adult man?
But real
I
quick,
think
this is
that
how
you talking about something that is like that is supposed to be obvious to the population, but a lot of people, it's not. This is not obvious to them.
Right.
A
So
lot of people,
when we try
that's
to
like common
educate
sense.
you,
It's not
why are you still pushing? I just read it off of dictionary.com. It says
It's not you educating a.
No, wait, no, I'm being serious. No, I'm that serious because I just didn't know what you was talking about. Because you was talking to her about that.
About what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was talking to everybody.
Yeah, he read the
I read
definition
the
out loud.
definition of alpha.
Okay. All right. No.
I think sometimes when we get lost in this because, all right, for example, on this show, and I get you women are different. I get that. But on the show, a lot of times, or even on social media, a lot of women will complain about men not being in their masculine. They often refer to them as being feminine, as being sassy. So we understand those types of energies, and that quality of men is unattractive to most women. Like, this is why y'all call them sassy. Y'all saying they're not real men anymore. They're not as masculine as our grandfathers used to be. So we understand how we are attracted to masculine or feminine energy. Men are saying we are attracted to feminine energy, not alpha woman, man, masculine energy, not a woman who we had to work as a man, successful man who had to build himself up to make himself something in the society.
Right.
You think he's going to gravitate towards a woman who he has to break down her walls, or he's going to gravitate towards a woman who already has her walls built and she's already in her feminine?
Respectfully, you're right. I'm going to like.
Exactly. No man who has this shit going on is going to want to come deal with an alpha female. The same way she wants him already prepackaged and ready to go. He has his career. He's masculine. He's a leader. The same guy is going to want you to be feminine and submissive, ready to go. Not conditional submissiveness and femininity when you want it to be.
Me, as and where I am, I'm going to gravitate towards somebody that I know like that's going to check me. Like, and that's fine because that's when the feminine energy come out. Like, you got to know.
Why do I have to check you? The same way I don't expect you to tell me to go make money to provide for you. Why should I have to check you? Ladies, like seriously, why should I have to come home to check you every single fucking day? To check you why? Seriously. Why don't you just be feminine and nice? If you have something wrong, just talk to me like an adult. The same way I don't expect you to tell me, baby, get up, go make some money. Like, that's crazy. Why do we have to check you? They usually say, you can't handle me. Why should I have to handle you? Seriously, why? Why don't you just be nice, feminine, and ready to go? Outgoing, like easygoing, friendly, nice, kind. Why is that so hard?
When to use your dominant and feminine energy in certain rooms. It's not like you just like, I'm fucking with a nigga. I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, no dude wants a female that act like a nigga. Like, I got my ways, but when I'm with my dude, I'm not gonna act like that. When I'm with my bitches, you gonna see me act dominant because I'm protecting all my bitches around me. You feel me? Like, I'm not.
I think she's saying it's a time and place for everything.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so that's fair.
And I feel like when she feel like she's in her single era where she doesn't have like that man to come in and be dominant.
That's dumb.
She's saying she feels like she got a lot of shoes to fill. Like, listen, I got to be the big sister. I got to be the provider. I got to go to school. I got to go to work. I got to cook. I got to clean. Like, it kind of get to the point where we be like, damn, I'm the alpha man. I'm the man. Like,
and that's how I feel.
It's a feeling. We're not saying that
this is actual.
It's a feeling like, damn, I got to take off my position.
I think the disconnect is we don't understand why women feel like they gotta describe themselves as a man to survive.
No, we're not
you could be a woman, and everything you just named, that's my mom.
Woman and men do
alpha.
Men and women if you call your mom right now, Mom, do you consider yourself an alpha female? Ask her what she said.
She wouldn't say.
I don't want to be alpha.
You want me to call my mom?
She not gonna know what the fuck that is. That's insane.
Yeah, these days women just want to be like men. They want men to stay men, but they also want to be like men. When a man tries to be like a woman, they call you sassy. Matter of fact, they will call you sassy and gay for just having standards. For example, if I say to this woman in her face that I don't want to deal with her because she's a masculine woman, she's too aggressive, she has conditional femininity, she would probably call me sassy and gay. But she expects me to be a man. Just by having standards, she will call me all sorts of names. But if I dare try to tell her that she's masculine, she will see an issue with that. I mean, the double standards of dating these days is crazy. But what?
But I ask, in as much as we got all Black folks here, we're discussing the issues of our community, and it almost seems like maybe you're a bit drained.
Welcome back to the channel. Shout out to Lapeef Let's Talk. Love them over there. They had Saint in the center on a panel, and he ended up clashing with two hyenas. And they got on the discussion of Black fatigue. That was the first part of the conversation that we're going to react to. That was the first part of the conversation that we're going to react to. Something that we don't get to react to often. And then they started getting on Black men and Black women, of course. And then the conversation got...
Your husband is your partner, not a bank.
Very much agreed. Yet, unfortunately, there are some women out there that hold this opinion.
May our future daughters never find men like you.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
The feminine is tired, and I have been feeling it. I have been seeing it. I have been witnessing it and having conversations with women who are really struggling right now. From single mothers, too many single mothers I know that don't have the fathers present in relationship to the children or even financial support. And then single women that don't feel like there are enough good men out there to rely on and to lean into during these times. And why I wanted to share this is because it is like this secret conversation that's being had amongst other women. And then there's a fear of vulnerability of exposing that and sharing that women are leaning on women because there are not enough reliable men.
Y'all want to
lean
be
on.
independent.
There are a lot of us that feel like we're holding so much for our communities and for ourselves that it's hard to kind of put it down and to rest. Whether it's for they're holding space, other women are holding space for their children, for their communities, for their families, for each other. And
you wanted to be independent.
It's really hard to feel like there are solid men within our communities that can hold us so that we can rest for a moment. Check in on the women in your communities, whether they're single mothers, whether they're just sisters out in the world doing their thing.
Their baby
Just
daddies
check in
should check on
on
them.
the women in your life. Ask how they're doing during these times,
Why?
even at a minimum.
Okay, well, we'll start with Chris. Chris, the topic she was talking about, there's not enough men to lean on in today's times, and they're leaning on women. Do you agree with her?
She over there smashing right now. Food.
They told men not to
You
approach
said
them.
what, Chris? It's okay. We'll go to someone else, and then we can come back. Go ahead.
Well, hold on. What you eating, baby?
Sorry. I was watching the thing. No, she's
Fried
wrong.
chicken. Wait, what are you eating?
I was eating a Ritz cracker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry. No, I was going to say she's wrong. It's not that there's not meant to be on. They've pushed men away. These
Exactly.
feminists, they've pushed the men away.
Mhm.
But then they say, "Oh, we're strong, independent women."
Mhm.
But then
That's what I
they
said.
want someone to lean on, and then they say, "Oh, but we want a man, but there's no men." But then they don't cater to the man. They go around in circles. These silly women.
Chris,
Yeah, I'd agree.
I agree with her. I agree.
Huh?
Are you from England?
I'm from New York originally, but I grew up in London. So yeah,
I have to hear. Okay.
I have the accent.
Yes. Yeah.
Does anybody disagree with Chris?
Nah, she's right. Women literally have been telling men for decades, not 5 years, not 10 years, decades, 3, 4, 5 decades. Leave us alone. We make our own money. We can do everything a man can do. You can't say that and then claim men should check on you. You are tired. I mean, men work till they're 70 years, 80 years. Married men have to work till those years because they need to provide for the family. But if you tell a man you don't need him, you can also work till you're 70, till you're 80. I mean, that it's a consequence. You can't have it all, ladies.
Halfway. That lady was touching on a lot of different things. I think two things can be true at the same time. I mean, we just spoke to it, Anton spoke to it about the gayness, but I really think it boils down to masculinity and how it's missing in a lot of men. But I also know that there are good men that women, I've been guilty of it, that have not prioritized good men in their life based on
accountability. I like
things that they can see, whether they're not tall or they're not in shape or they don't have any hair or they have small packages, different things like that. So
she's right.
These are things that I've heard. So
we big over here.
Big on here. What?
I said we big over here.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, more power to you, shit.
I don't know about down there, but we big up here. Man, y'all know about them niggas.
You gotta chill.
I gotta give Delina flowers. This is the first time for all the videos I've been reacting to when Delina is on the panel. This is the first time I've heard her take accountability. So Delina, if you're watching this, shout out to you for the first time. I'll give you credit.
Got nubs. Niggas got nubs.
But overall, she is right. We do need to check on the women. We need women in the world, and we need to make sure that they are looked after, they are cared for, and they are valued, because we provide value to each other. So we need to definitely take care of our women and one another.
Nah, I disagree.
I'm sorry. In the video, did she say that women are scared to voice their opinion about how they feel tired?
That's a lie.
In this society?
No,
because that's all I see on TikTok and on Instagram and on Facebook. Just women just saying how tired they are of everything in the society. All they talk about is they tired of everything. And I don't understand what she mean by women are scared to voice their opinion. Where?
They be saying that they tired of
that's all they talk about is how tired they are. And then she want to say that women it's a lack of men in this society for women to lean on. Women don't want to lean on no men.
Exactly.
Last time I checked, we was independent women. Last time that's what I was told. I was told that we're supposed to be independent women and we're not supposed to lean on no man, care about no man. We're supposed to be the boss babe and almighty powerful women. That's what I was told.
That's true. Ladies, if you want to turn off a man on a date, especially a man you're meeting for the first time, try to talk about how much money you make, how much your career focused on a date. Even if he doesn't ask you, right? If you want to turn off a man, try to tell him how much of an independent woman you are. Any man of substance in that moment, I don't care if you're at 11 out of 10, like you're the baddest of the baddest. Any man who knows what he wants is going to be turned off. Now, he may still clap them cheeks. I'm not saying he's just going to drop you, but taking you seriously, it's just going to do something to him. It's going to be like, okay, you're independent, but I'm here. Because men like to feel needed.
So I don't understand what she's talking about. I don't understand what world she's living in, what social media timeline she's in, because that's all women talk about. All women talk about is how they hate men. So why would there be any men for women like her to lean on? All she talk about is how she's tired of men, and women like her, all they talk about is how they hate men. And so why would there be any men at her disposal for her to lean on? Don't no man want to lean on no woman that constantly complaining about she tired and this, that, and the third. She a nag. Don't nobody want to. I don't want you to lean on me.
Fact.
She talking about lean on other women. Don't lean on me.
Fact.
I don't want you to lean on me. I don't care. I don't care that you're tired.
One fundamental thing.
This is the life y'all sold me. This is what y'all told me to do. Y'all told me to be the strong, independent woman. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody. I don't care.
Like Aaliyah.
Did we gather that she's tired of the poor relationships that we have with men? Because at first it sounded like she was speaking from a tired of having to put in the same amount of work as men. Because I personally think we don't need to be out there working like that. We need to be in the house. And
Nah, Darlene. Women spend 60 years, maybe even more, saying they want to go out and work like men, saying everything a man can do, they can do. Oh, now all of a sudden, now that you've realized you have to pay all these bills, and you've realized you may have to work until you're 75, now you've realized you're tired, now you want men back? No. You can't have it both ways. No.
outside and do certain things when we want to. That's what I was hearing at first, and then she added the stuff about the kids, you ain't helping out, and all this other type of stuff. So I really want to know what is the point of her video. What is she speaking to? Tired?
She was all over the place.
Tired of,
She was all over the place. She wasn't really like anything specific.
But
she was all over the place. But I mean, she even said something like, "Well, now it's women leaning on women," and I'm like, it bothers me because I saw something the other day, and I think the statistics are so true that men dominate pretty much majority of all working fields out there. Anything out there, men still dominate all of them, right? So we want to talk about women trying to lean on women, whereas the very society that men and women live in is supported by men. But yet her premise is, well, the women are suffering as a result of it. But the culture is saying divest from men, remove yourself from a man. We don't need a man. But fundamentally, it doesn't support anything like that. But now that women are having to put themselves in men's spaces, unfortunately, they're getting lonelier and lonelier. Like the other day, I was just driving around, and I'm seeing more and more, not older or like it doesn't look like they're drugged or cracked out, but women on the side of the streets with signs.
Yeah, homeless women.
Women on the side of the streets with signs saying, you know, I need food and all this stuff.
Oh, they're not legal citizens.
They're white women. They're white women.
Oh, you seen one? Okay, well, they can.
A couple of them.
She couldn't believe that. She out there white.
There are people from Russia that not supposed to be here. I will tell you, seeing the women that have the sign, please help me, I need food, and they got the baby outside too. They be having houses.
Going back to the video, I think that some women, that woman was, you know, pretty, like, she thought that her looks was gonna get her through. She thinks that
I hardly could hear
her boobs was out the whole time.
So loud.
Yeah, her boobs were out. Mariam talked about it.
Somebody in the comments said premature, please.
Wait, let me just finish. So they think that their looks, some girls think that their looks are gonna get them to a certain point, and when that doesn't happen, they become bitter. She sounded a little bitter. She didn't address the fact that she picked those guys that she was with. She gave them that.
That's if she even picked any guys. You know what I mean? Honestly, because to be honest, I'm gonna cut the ladies some slack, especially the pretty ladies, right? The beautiful ladies. Because do you guys know what it means to be approached by men almost every single day from the time you turn 18? Sometimes even before you turn 18. All the way, and you have constantly men approaching you because you're a beautiful woman. It can mess with your head. So for the first time, I'm gonna give some ladies I'm gonna cut them some slack. Honestly, it must be overwhelming because sometimes I think about it and I'm like, okay, Boogie, imagine women were approaching you every single day in your DMs, on social media, on Instagram, on dating apps, at work, in school. Imagine women are approaching every single day. It would be very hard for me to choose. Now, maybe I could clap all them cheeks, right? But it would be very hard for me to choose just one to settle down. So I understand where the pretty ladies are coming from. It's very hard to choose when you have all these constantly approaching you.
She gave them some pussy, and they, you know, stayed with her till it was over. Now she's bitter. She got a kid.
How do you know all that? You are making so many assumptions.
Just told you.
You don't know all that.
Did you watch the video? Did you watch it or no? You watched it with your own opinion, or did you watch it?
You're projecting. She didn't say all of those things.
She did not say any of that.
She's tired of no good men. They can't step up and
that don't mean all
that
stuff you just said doesn't mean any of that. You just made all that up.
She made herself
a whole backstory for this lady. She didn't say any of that.
She made herself a victim of her own doing. She's a victim of her own choices.
Fact. That's true.
If you rob a bank, you're going to go to jail. If you pick a person that for his look, you know what? I don't hear a lot of ugly women talking like her. I don't.
They do.
I know a lot of ugly women with 4 kids thinking they fly and all that. Where they at? Where the men at? You know what I'm saying? They not talking like her. She thought her looks and her makeup and all that was going to take her to the world. Now she's 35, is drying up.
promise you, it's a lot of ugly women out here. that are lonely.
Need a cotton
There's
band-aid.
somebody for everybody. Shampoo, you would know.
That's not true.
coming out of you, you might need a band-aid.
I honestly don't believe that. The whole bullshit of there's somebody for everybody, I don't believe that bullshit. I don't believe it not a chance. You know what I mean? Because if that was the case, people wouldn't be single. People wouldn't die single. Clearly, there's not somebody for everybody. You get what you negotiate, you get what you deserve or what you work for. Whether relationships, whether it's work, anything in life, you have to work for it. But unfortunately, some people don't want to work, especially the ladies, especially the pretty ladies, because they get approached so much, they believe men should just come to them.
Say it loud. Say it with your chest now, because you know I'm coming for you. If you
This
say
is dry. This is dry. I got a abrasion.
No, but to touch on the whole society thing, I think it's a little bit on the feminists. Like the feminists, they kind of sold the bill of goods.
Oh yeah.
To it, and this is what we got.
That's true.
It is what it is. Unfortunately, they made promises. They're like, if you get a career, replace your family with a career, it's gonna be all good. But that I don't know.
No, but I think well, actually, no. If you think about it, the government actually it was pushed. I think because about it, the government profits more off of two people in a household, taxing two people in a household. So if you take the woman out of the household and the what is that, like the housewife position, and you put them out to work, you have more money coming out of the household. That's when now that I think about it, like it's all about money. The money. It's like, what is the benefit of having the women in the home if we could just profit more out of putting them to work just like we do?
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that men should be concerned?
Yes.
No.
No.
I
do.
No.
No.
Why should men be concerned, big dog?
Because women wanted to be independent.
I think men should be concerned because ultimately we're supposed to take care of women.
They don't want to be taken care of.
For me personally, because I have sisters, I wouldn't want to see my sisters in this situation. But it's ultimately up to us because we have to start enforcing the family aspect. We can't rely on women to force the family aspect. We can't rely on somebody outside of our own lives to force the family aspect. I think if dudes really sit down and they start showing that when they're talking to a woman that family is the most important thing and start really pushing that besides having a good time, I think things will start getting back on the right track. Because people tend to
No. Men have been saying that. Where does this man live? Men have been saying that for decades. Family first. And women are like, no, career first. Men are like, I want to be a provider. Women are like, no, I'm independent. Don't need your money. Even if they do, you cannot force women to become traditional again. What they want is to get the traditional man, but the traditional man should provide and also let them be modern women. In other words, they want to be in a relationship but act single. You cannot force it. Even if tomorrow all men woke up and became providers and became traditional men, women, it doesn't mean that women are going to follow along. Clearly, they've not been following. I don't know where this guy is living because clearly he's living in Delulu land.
Buy into plans if they think it's going to benefit them. Just coming back to this about her being tired of this and being tired of that. Women started buying into a plan that wasn't meant for them, and men, we started buying into a plan that wasn't meant for us. The plan for the women was, hey, you don't need them, so go out and do everything you want to do. Their plan was for only a small group of women who were trying to get to the top of something. And then once they got to the top, they were like, all right, everybody else fend for yourself. We don't really care if y'all get equality, if y'all don't have a man, because they already have a man at home. And then men, we bought into the concept at first of taking care of women. And then we were told not to take care of women because we want 50-50. Then men started buying.
No. Women say don't take care of us. Men didn't say it themselves. Men literally respond to what women say. Right? Men have two choices. Either they respond, or they don't. Right? And if you don't, guess what? No pussy for you. Unfortunately, that's the game. Right? So when women say, take us on dates, do this, do ABCD to date us, most men follow along. Now, if you can't manage the $500 dinner date like me, then you just gotta back out. But for the most part, women say something and then men do that? Because you know what? Men love women. So whatever women want, men tend to do.
To the 50-50. And then next thing you know, we're here. But it ultimately came, I say that men should be concerned because they know that a man-led household is the strongest household.
They don't know that.
And once they figured out how to, a man-led household is the strongest household at the end of the day.
Used to be.
And once they figured out how to get in the man's psyche to make him feel that he was no longer needed or wanted, it all went to shambles. Just like back in the day with slavery. Once the slave masters realized that they can get the strongest man in the field and buck him and show everybody else that it wasn't worth trying to be big and bad. Once the other bigger men in the field got that and they got to their psyche, they were like, all right, well, we saw what happened to him. We don't want to happen to us. So I think men should be concerned because no revolution ever happens once somebody gives up. And once one person gives up.
What should we do about it? If we should be concerned, what should we do about it?
It's gonna take older men.
What?
Take them to do what?
To do what? It's gonna take. Honestly, I'm a big proponent of mentorship.
How am I a simp? How am I a simp? Because I said a woman looks good because I'm cutting the lady some slack. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels.
Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Rhett. I got videos today from Men Only.
So I'm hosting a speed dating event, and like 9 women have showed up, and only 2 males.